Deadly Dames. So this is a video that I've been planning to do for a while. I did say a couple of videos back that I would try and do my complete autograph collection, but it's one of those videos that when you say you're going to do it and then you realise that your autographs are kind of dotted all about the house, whether they're on the wall or on your DVDs. I've got one on a vinyl and then a couple of like ones in art folders and things like that, that it's going to be a lengthy video and probably not all going to be in one video. So I finally decided let's try and get this video done. As I said, it's probably going to be in a couple of parts. I'll try not wobble the camera about, and I'll try my best not to get glare, but you know what it's like when things are in these folders, that I'm not going to pull all the prints out because we'll be here forever if I do that, but I'll try my best not to get glare. So yeah, I keep most of them in prints. I try not to get that many on my DVDs and my Blu-rays, mainly because I initially didn't get them on VHS. I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because formats are changing so much. I grew up with VHS and I didn't go to conventions when I was younger. My parents didn't have a lot of money, and then when I actually started going to conventions, when I got old enough to do it myself, it was DVDs that came out, but I started getting prints signed. I've only kind of recently started getting select DVDs signed, and it's purely and simply because the DVDs which I've selected are really nice editions, but formats changed so much. You know, DVDs went to Blu-rays and then went to 4K, and I keep thinking that these things are just going to change quicker and quicker and quicker, that eventually, you know, you might not even have them. So that's why I'm sticking to prints, but I suppose it'd be easy enough just to pull the sleeve out if you wanted to keep it. Anyway, let's get on with what the video is supposed to be about. Yeah, so on the front of this one, try not to get the glare, I've got Freddy vs Jason. So you kind of know this is probably going to be a horror folder. So the very first one is, and I love this one, oh, try and do it without the glare, is a double one. It's When I Met Robert Englund and Amanda Rice, and I will warn you that with my Scottish accent I say loads of names wrong, so I'm sorry if I do. Yeah, I've met Robert Englund twice, and I'm very lucky that I did, because I know the more and more shows that he does, the harder and harder it is to get to meet him. So I've been very lucky that I've met him twice. And you know, he loves to talk. But yeah, this one's signed to Mandy, You're Next, Freddie, Robert Englund, and then Amanda Rice was amazing because obviously I am just Mandy, I'm not an Amanda, but she just thought it was funny that she calls herself Mandy as well, so she signed to the other Mandy from Tina, Amanda Rice. And then this one is Heather Langenkamp to Claire, this one is, and she really didn't like swearing, although Screw Your Past to me wasn't swearing. But yeah, she asked Claire what phrase she wanted from the movie. Now Claire does know Nightmare on Elm Street. She doesn't know the series as well as I do. This is my favourite horror series of all time. So Claire kind of looked at me and basically said, right Mandy, what phrase will I get? And I was like, because I'd already got mine signed and I knew what I was getting. And I kind of just went, Screw Your Pass. And she was like, oh, I really don't like swearing. But she was really nice, and I picked this one for Claire as well. Yeah, so Heather Langenkamp doesn't like swearing, and apparently Screw Your Pass is a swear word. But yeah, she still signed it, and she was really nice, and I loved this. We almost bought the big massive poster of this from Graham Humphreys, and but we didn't because we've no more room in our walls. But I loved meeting her. I've actually got signatures, which you'll see as we go through, of sort of all of the kids from Nightmare on Elm Street 1, but not Johnny Depp, because I don't think that will ever happen. But yeah, more Robert Englund, and it's Demon Freddy from Freddy vs Jason, and this one's to Claire again, and it just says Sweet Dreams, Robert Englund. It's his favourite phrase. This one Robert Englund spoke about for ages, because this is the original makeup, the one they ended up not using, he said, and you can see his ears fell off, and it just says, hey Mandy, and he laughed at this because I asked him to write "I'm your boyfriend now" because that's what he says to Nancy, and he was like, "You really want me to write that?" And I was like, yeah, go for it, because I just thought it was funny. Hey Mandy, I'm your boyfriend now, Freddie, Robert England. And when I met Heather Langenkamp, I wanted her to write "He's your boyfriend now." I initially wanted, I've got a big poster up the stairs which looks like this, but it's the one where she's crying, got the single tear from Elm Street 3. And I never thought that I'd get to meet Heather Langenkamp, so I didn't get Robert Englund to sign that poster because I'm stupid and I didn't think that I'd get to meet Heather Langenkamp. And then obviously I got to meet her, and I always regret never getting him to sign it, because then I could have got her to sign it. And I suppose ever again in the future that there'd be the off chance I would get them to sign that big poster, but anyway, I didn't. But I would have loved to have got these two in a frame side by side rather than in this book, but I just don't have room on my wall for that. Because I think it's funny that he's got "I'm your boyfriend now" and then she's put "He's your boyfriend now", because they look good next to each other. Yep, more Freddie. Come on, if you're going to meet Robert Englund, you do need to get a few. And he, as I said, he does like the sweet dreams, and he just kept writing sweet dreams to Claire. Sweet dreams, some more sweet dreams to Claire. Claire was very starstruck, so every time Claire got to Robert Englund, she literally just said nothing. She was like, She barely even got her name out to him, so he was like, "How do you spell it?" And she was like, "Without an I." So yeah, he just wrote sweet dreams to her, whereas every time I got to him, I was like, "Write something different." And so I've got like "My Next Victim" and "I'm your boyfriend now" and stuff like that. So yeah, New Nightmare. Yeah, another Amanda Rice one. See, basically, I initially picked this picture, and then I felt bad because this is a dummy. This isn't even her. So that's why I went back and got the other one, and then I thought, well, if I'm going to get a picture with her and Freddie in it, I might as well just go get it signed by Freddie too. So I did. So yeah, she put, can I read it through the camera? "Just a dream." That's what she put. It just looks too. It looked like "To Mandy, a dream." I missed the just. And then I didn't actually get to meet Rod. This is one I'd managed to buy a collection of ones which were signed, and these are all original. I've missed a convention that he was at, and this is from the people that run the convention, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy them all off them whilst I got the opportunity to. So I thought, why not? What's the actor called again? Because he changed his name. Is it Juice? I'm probably butchering this, but is it Ju Garcia? I'm probably saying it wrong. If I ever got the opportunity to meet him, I would. It's just unfortunate that convention was done in England and I couldn't get there. At the same time as he was there, the actress from Part 2, Kim Myers, was there. And I managed to get that one as well. And Ken Sargos, I'm going to be pronouncing all these names wrong, so I'm really sorry. So I managed to get that one as well, along with Danny Hassel and Ricky Dean Logan. So that's what I'm saying. I managed to buy a whole load of collection of Nightmare on Elm Street stars, so why not? Oh, and these are just our photos from when we met Robert Englund, and because I'm so short, I think he was just thought it was funny to stick the glove on my head. And then there's Claire with a little smug pose next to him. And then I figured, I've got so many Freddies, let's just get our Mayor Buckman one from 2001 Maniacs. I think so many people were getting Freddies, I just figured, why not? Let's get one that's not a Freddy. I would have liked to have got every video I do this, I forget the name of them. Oh no, it's not good. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me later. But Behind the Mask one. But they didn't have any pictures of it. And then this is one I got this year, of Tom Atkins. I always say the name wrong. Lauren from our Facebook group managed to get for me, and Halloween 3 she managed to get this one for Claire of him. Adriana Barbeau which she picked up for me as well, so thank you so much again, Lauren. This is from the Bonehill Road Indiegogo project, which is signed by Linnea Quigley. I've never met Linnea Quigley. Again, she's another star that I'd love to meet. I've actually got a couple of things signed by her, but they're all from Indiegogo campaigns, but I'd love to meet her. This is a script from the Indiegogo campaign. The script's actually not signed by Linnea Quigley, but it's signed by a whole array of stars from the campaign, so there's loads of them on here, as you can see. And this is from this year's Sheffield HorrorCon, which is now changing its name. Sorry, my feet have gone numb. I usually do this on a table. I probably should have taken the table out and then sat on the sofa, which would have been much more comfortable than me sitting on the floor and putting this on the sofa. But I just figured, whilst I had the folder down from my last video, I'd just go ahead and do this now. But yeah, this is from Sheffield, which is now changing its name from Sheffield HorrorCon to Something Wicked. But yeah, got to meet Jeffrey Combs. Love Jeffrey Combs. He's been in so many good movies, but this one's from Frighteners. My Body is a Roadmap of Pain. Love Frighteners. And then we got this one from Reanimator. To be honest, when you meet stars like this and they have starred in so many movies that you love, it's actually very difficult to pick what photo you want. You just want to pick a photo from every single movie that you love, but then you just end up with a folder filled with just them. And you have to just go, where I'm just here to get their signature. Don't buy a photo from every single movie. I don't know why this is actually Claire's one. I don't know why she ended up just saying put Mandy and Claire on it. I think she didn't realise I was getting this one, and that's why she did it. I think she thought we're getting one signed to both of us, but it's got both names on it now, so I really don't know why she did that, but she did. Barbara Crampton. I think I said this in the pickup video from Sheffield. She really didn't have very many pictures there to pick, considering that she's been in so many movies. Obviously, she's been in a lot of movies from the 80s, but recently she's had a revival in a lot of horror films. I know she was in You're Next, and she was in Beyond the Gate, and I can't even remember all of them off by heart, but she's been in a lot of modern movies, and they didn't have the photos from any of them there. And I was really surprised. But even things like Chopping Mall and stuff like that from the 80s, or and this is when my brain doesn't work and doesn't remind me of any of them, like, at all. But literally they had no photos that you could pick. I think this was like the best of the ones that were there. They had one, I think, where she was like wearing hardly any clothes, which people would argue is probably the best of the ones that were there. But they really didn't have very many photos for you to pick over, which was a shame because she's been in so many movies. I guess they just assumed people were going to bring DVDs and things for you to sign. God, I really should have sat on the chair and brought the table out because my feet are going numb. But yeah, I guess they just assumed that people were going to bring DVDs for her to sign, or Blu-rays for you to sign, or posters. But yeah, I'm still really glad to have her signature, but forever I'm going to be staring into her open mouth. That sentence sounds really dodgy. Yeah, but I'm still really glad to have met her. And again, signed to both me and Claire. And then from Edinburgh, when we got to meet Eileen, I can never pronounce her name. Is it Dyke? I said the same thing twice there, but I'm not entirely sure pronouncing her name right. She played the demon from Exorcist, and I forgot the demon's name. Yeah, but she was really nice as well, and I picked this particular one because I liked the artwork. But there's a demon there. If you remember the demon's name, let me know, because it's gone right out of my head. This is why you shouldn't do videos late at night when you're tired, because your brain only half works. And then we're on to the Descent ones. I did get to meet Shauna MacDonald in person. It was a shame because she came to Glasgow and it was particularly quiet in that convention, and it shouldn't have been for someone like her, because I know she hasn't been in a lot of movies, but The Descent, in my opinion, is like one of the best horror films that there are, especially for modern times. Maybe not overall, like for ever, because Jaws is amazing, Halloween's amazing, but in more recent generations, I know it must be over 10 years old now, but of more recent times, Descent is a perfect movie, and more people should have been going up to her to get things signed. That's just my opinion, but I was glad to meet her. And this is like a red page here, but she wasn't very busy at all, and yeah, more people should have been going up to get stuff signed, because I just love the movie The Descent. They should never really have made Descent 2. I mean, there's certain things in part 2 which were good, but the part 2 didn't need to exist. The way that part 1 ended was perfect. That's just my personal opinion. And then this one, again, I didn't get to meet him, but I got it off of the collection. And that's Craig Conway. I'd love to meet Craig Conway, because I think the work that he did in The Descent, Dog Soldiers, Doomsday was... It's called Doomsday? All made by Neil Marshall. Is amazing. I think these creatures in The Descent... a lot of movies use jump scares, and they use them wrong. They use them just for cheap factor. The Descent, and again, in my personal opinion, is one of the only movies which has used a jump scare in the way that a jump scare should be used, and it uses it perfect. And you know the scene I'm talking about with the camera, because to me that movie is still terrifying, and to this day that scene still scares the crap out of me. But yeah, he's perfect in this movie. He's really scary as these characters, and I think it's the way they move. They're almost like dancing, but in a terrifying way. Running out of steam, can't talk anymore. Jonathan Breck as the Creeper. So Claire actually got a thanks for everything on here, because you know that we volunteered for Edinburgh HorrorCon, and I know that no one's happy with the HorrorCons, but we did volunteer, so it was a fun day. I know it didn't end very well for everyone, but it was a fun day. Oh, sorry, our cats are going mad out there, so if you can hear it, that's a noise that's happening out there. Our kittens are playing. But yeah, Jonathan Breck, Jeepers Creepers. I know that's a picture from part 3, which isn't particularly the best one, but what I did like about part 3 was that you got to see him in the daylight, so at least you got to see you got to see the full effect of the creature. And then this is a nice bloody shot here, which I got of the creature. Matthew Lillard, so oops, that is a lot of glare. Let's try and bring it up without glare. From Scream. And now Kevin is lovely, but I'm going to try and get his name 100% right here. Kevin Van Henterink. I hope I got that right. A very long name. Basket case. Yeah, lovely guy. Camera's going to focus. Hold on. Back in focus. Lovely guy. Really enjoyed meeting him. World's longest name. Really pretty signature. I love the movie. But yeah, I've got DVD signed by him as well, which is up the stairs. Tom Matthews. I actually would have liked to have picked a different picture than this. It's slightly out of focus. Perhaps would have liked, because this is Return of the Living Dead. Well, almost tripped over my own tongue there. Return of the Living Dead. I perhaps would have liked to have got a Friday the 13th one as well, but I'm still happy to have met him, and I'm happy to have got an autograph from him. I'm very happy to have met the late Margot Kidder, and this is a funny story with this one, because what I really liked about Margot Kidder is that she just opened her mouth and anything came out, and she wasn't afraid to just speak her mind. She was a lot of fun. I met her at Glasgow Film and Comic Con 3 years ago now. I think it was 3 years ago. And when we got horror stuff signed by her, I kind of regret not getting a Lois Lane, although you can see on here that she kind of did sign Lois Lane for me. Obviously I got an Amityville signed, And then because she was signing so much Lois Lane stuff, she went into autopilot with mine and signed it like this. And then she said, "Oh, I'm really sorry, do you want me to re-sign it?" And I said, "Well, no, actually, because this is very unique." And she started laughing because she thought, well, I suppose nobody else out there has an Amityville picture signed Lois Lane, and that's my unique autograph from the late Margot Kidder, that I have an Amityville autograph signed Lois Lane. So it's sad that she's no longer with us, but I really enjoyed meeting her, and she was a lot of fun, and she wasn't afraid to speak her mind and say what she thought. I've got a DVD, a Blu-ray signed by her as well, which obviously I'll show you in another video. And then Claire got a Black Christmas autograph from her because I thought she was an amazing Scream Queen, and I'm glad that she did her 3 horror films, and she said that herself, that was her Scream Queen movies, Amityville, Black Christmas, and then the other one we got signed was Sisters, which is the Blu-ray that we have, which we'll show you when we come to the movies. G. Tom Mac, another lovely guy. I do have a CD signed by him as well. I think G. Tom Mac's the first time I've ever met him, and I think it's a classic case of judging a book by its cover, because I didn't know what G. Tom Mac was going to be like, because he's quite flamboyant when you see him, and I kind of wasn't sure how to approach him. But you know something, he's absolutely lovely. He's one of the nicest guys that I've ever met. I was sitting next to him and Richard Brake, and both really, really lovely guys. But yeah, G. Tom Mac, a lovely guy, and he's really, really talented. He did a version of In Excess, Need You Tonight, and it was amazing. That's all I'm going to say. His version of that song was really, really moving and amazing. And obviously, Cry Little Sisters, everybody knows Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys. He's an amazing soundtrack, and he's doing a stage show in London. If you don't know about it, you can go and check it out on YouTube and see how fantastic it is. The CD blew me away. That's the CD that I have. We will see that he's signed. But yeah, really, really happy to have met him. And one of those classic cases where I was totally wrong, where I thought he was going to be quite an eccentric character, but he's not. He's just a genuine, lovely, amazing guy. And I was really happy to have met G. Tom Mac. Billy Worth from Lost Boys. Oh, sorry, a lot of glare. Again, really lovely guy. Oh, sorry about the focus. Death by Stereo he put on there. You Miss Me Sucker. I stood chatting to him in Sheffield, so I met him this year. Just nice guy. This is one I bought from Carolyn Monroe's friend, actually. She said she used to have a shop, so she'd actually met this guy, and she was just selling off a few of the signatures she had left. So this is Lenny Lice. So he played the machete zombie in Dawn of the Dead. So yeah, I picked this one up, and I picked up Ken Forey. So not had the pleasure of meeting Ken. I would love to, but yeah, I couldn't pass up on the chance of getting his autograph, so I bought it. And Jane actually gave me the machete zombie along with it, so that's how I've got his. And then I got to meet one of my idols this year, so I got to meet Dee Wallace, and she did not disappoint. Dee Wallace was amazing. I loved everything about her. This was a classic case of she's been in too many movies. It was actually really, really difficult to pick which movies do you get from Dee Wallace, because the woman has starred in so many films which were just... There was just too many. She had a table full of goodies. That's the only way to describe it. There was just like Dee Wallace memorabilia everywhere. There was just too much Dee Wallace. And there can't be too much Dee Wallace in the world. There can never be too much Dee Wallace. In fact, she's going to be at For the Love of Sci-Fi this year down in Manchester. And we're so tempted to go because... This is the case. This is what happens when you do videos when you're tired. Your brain just doesn't remember stuff. The actress that plays Red Sonja. Yous can remind me. It'll come back. It begins with B. Bridget something. Red Sonja. She's just Red Sonja. But she's going to be there, and stars Carol Weathers and another guy from Predator is going to be there. I just call him I'm going to have me some fun. Duke something. Oh my god, I am so tired. But yeah, there's so many amazing stars being announced for the Love of Sci-Fi. And I was like, God, if I go down there, I'm just going to have to get some more Dee Wallace. I mean, how can you go there and not get more Dee Wallace? It would be unnatural. But yeah, but we're so tempted. There's just too many good stars being announced for the Love of Sci-Fi, but we're trying to control ourselves. But yeah, look at Dee Wallace. I mean, she's a legend. Yeah, so I got Lords of Salem, which is actually my favourite Rob Zombie movie. The first time I watched it, I didn't like it. And I had to rewatch it, and then I thought, God, this movie's good. So if there's any haters of Lords of Salem out there, I recommend you do the same. Rewatch it and really rethink it, and you might find that you're like me and you think, God, this movie's actually a lot better than what I thought. But yeah, she put Be Afraid on there. And then I got, I think this might be Claire's one that's next. She got Cujo. She likes to write Bite Me on everything, even if it's not something that should say Bite Me. But I think that's because she stars in so many things where the creatures should bite them. So that's why she puts Bite Me on everything. And then, I don't know why, but I went for this one that's got like a mix of everything on it. And again, she wrote Bite Me. And what she did, which was amazing, is she actually did an intro for our YouTube channel. Well, this channel. And I thought that was like a dream come true, which you can go further back and see on previous videos if you want to, and that made my day. So she was amazing. And then this is a recent one which you would have seen in a previous video. So this is a Webster Winery, if I'm pronouncing it right. He does the stunts for Friday the 13th Part 2. I bought some recent online purchases, and this one came free because the guy that I got stuff from was amazing, and I didn't expect to get this, but yeah, I'm really happy to have it. Friday the 13th fan, so who doesn't want an extra signature of someone that did stunts in an amazing movie like this? And then Tony Moran, who played the human version of Michael Myers at the end of the movie when they pull up the mask, so happy to have that. And then, again, this is a recent one that came free with the purchases I'd made from the same guy that did these ones. The Friday the 13th one. And this is who the actor called Silter Hensley. I had to write this one down. He played Frankenstein in Van Helsing. Again, didn't expect to get this. It came through free, but yeah, always happy to have them. So yeah, in here. And then got to meet again another legend, someone who I grew up admiring, and just happy to have finally met him, and that's Sid Haig. By the time we got to meet Sid Haig, this was last year at Sheffield, we were running short of cash, so we actually had to get this signed to both of us. But I do have a Blu-ray signed up the stairs again, a Blu-ray movie that I absolutely love. Got it signed because it's an Arrow video one, and I just love it. And that was Spider Baby, which I will show you in another video. And then I think we're nearing the end. Yep, so again, this is another one that I got in a collection. Mr. Boogie, which is signed by the actor Nicholas King. I actually really enjoy the movie Sinister, so does Claire. Claire loves it more than I do, that's the reason why I got this for her. And don't like Sinister 2. I think this is the type of movie that doesn't need a sequel. I think it was better just being a one movie, standalone. A standalone movie. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, Sinister took me by surprise. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so happy to add Mr. Boogie's signature to our collection. And then last but not least in this folder, and I did not expect this video to be 30 minutes long, but it would explain why I'm tired. So last but not least, one of the reasons why we actually went to Sheffield last year, other than Sid Haig and Heather Langenkamp, but the one that tipped the scales was Elvira. If you hadn't already guessed, because our channel had Elvira plastered all over it, we love Elvira. So this is Claire's one, so Claire's picture, and my picture of Elvira. She was quite quiet actually, considering I expected that she would have been more talkative, but I suppose when these stars arrive at these events in the UK, they've literally just come off a plane, so they're probably very tired. But and I also thought it was quite funny because her name's Cassandra Peterson, that she signs Elvira, but I suppose that is the persona that she has. But yeah, I was just really, really glad to have met her. She was really polite, really nice, but I kind of thought she'd have been more like Elvira, if you know what I mean. But yeah, still a dream come true to have met her. I'm really looking forward to seeing who they announce for Something Wicked in Sheffield next year. I really hope that it's Tony Todd. He's one of the stars that I've always wanted to meet. I think there's 3 actors who have always kind of scared me, purely and simply because of the roles that they've starred in as I've grown up. Tony Todd as Candyman. His voice, the thing with Tony Todd's voice as Candyman is that his voice was both terrifying and sexy. I don't know how that's possible, but it was. But I'd love to meet Tony Todd. And Julian Sands terrified me as Warlock, but I'd really like to meet Julian Sands. And Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer scared the utter crap out of me as a Hitcher. And I'd like to meet those 3 actors. Actresses wise, Kathy Bates absolutely petrified the life out of me in Misery. But I can't really think of any other actresses that scared the life out of me in a movie. To the stage where I think, oh god, you absolutely scared the hell out of me. But actress wise, I think that's really the only one that really scared. Well, actually, that's a lie, because like the actress that played Mombi in Return to Oz scared the life out of me. She's the same actress that played the evil queen in Willow, but I can't remember the actress's name. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Tony Todd down in Something Wicked and Rutger Hauer and Julian Sands. I think they'd be 3 good guests. Scary guests. I think they would all scare me when I went up to meet them. But I was actually planning to do the other folder in this video, but I've rambled on for 32 minutes, so I'm not going to numb your ears. Plus I'm dying. I need to drink some water. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the signatures that I have so far. I'm going to do one other one, purely and simply because it's in a poster right in front of me. And yeah, so I'm just going to stand up because I need to stretch my legs anyway, and show you the huge poster which you always see in the background of our videos. And that is our Conan the Barbarian one. Not Conan the Barbarian, Conan Destroyer, sorry. And at the very top of this poster, you'll see Sarah Douglas. Right up there. So she's signed this poster. Claire's obviously an Arnie fan. Yous all know it, everybody knows it. There is another signature in this poster. As you can see, the poster has slipped. I need to take out the frame, that's a new word. The frame and fix it. It's a 31 poster. It's signed by Richard Brake. It needs to be, it's slid down. I haven't been bothered to fix it, but I really need to. But yeah, that's the only 2 posters I think in here. No, there's one over there, but I'll show you that in another video. It's signed by Will Simpson, who's an artist. He's a comic book artist. But it's hand drawn, so I'll show you that in another video. But yeah, that's everything I can think of in this room. But to be fair, there's some DVDs in this room, so I'll do them in a separate video. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, even though it's gone on longer than I expected. And as always, thank you for watching and putting up with me talking for so long. Hopefully you liked it, and you will stick around to see what other signatures we've got. And hopefully I won't talk for so long. And take care.